the trolls don't like it. The longs love it, and I don't care. So man, I'm telling you, I'm absolutely excited. Totally excited. Doubled my position. But listen, guys, we've heard, the saying buy low, sell high, right? It's practically investing 101. But here's the thing: when a stock actually hits an all-time low, suddenly everyone forgets that advice and starts running for the hills like it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You see a stock scraping at the bottom, the market has already thrown the kitchen sink at it. Fear, uncertainty, doubt, it's all been priced in. But the market, remember, it's not exactly known for its cool, calm, and rational thinking. It's more like a bunch of overly caffeinated people at a fire sale, panicking and pushing over grandma. That's just the truth. And that's when you or me, can step in with a little common sense. All right? I want to make this clear. Doubling down on a high conviction investment when it's at rock bottom, that's where the magic happens. And no, I'm not saying going blindfolded just because it's cheap. I'm saying when you've done your homework, when you've done your due diligence, and you still believe in the company's fundamentals, doubling down isn't reckless. It's smart. It's like getting that same stock that you loved yesterday, but now it's on clearance. And who doesn't love a good sale, right? And I know many of you are just holding for sunsets and rainbows and haven't added to your position since it was 40 cents. Are you an investor or are you a schlep from a bull run fueled by a government handout? Ask yourself that. I've always strived to learn and become a better trader, and I've submerged myself in the trading world, specifically the OTC, to learn as much as I can. And I still have a lot to learn, but I'm excited about this, guys. I want you to think about this. Markets move in cycles. What crashes can recover. Not saying it's going to, but here's the catch. While everybody else is too busy crying into their portfolios, trolling on Twitter, the smart investor sees opportunity. Take Warren Buffett. He's not hiding under his desk and crying every time the market drops. He's probably leaning back in his chair, smiling and saying, yes, another cheapy day, another discount day. This is just me. Doubling down on a stock as it's low isn't about gambling. It's about lowering your average cost, magnifying your potential upside when the market inevitably remembers, oh yeah, that stock wasn't actually garbage after all. But sure, let everybody sell off and panic and troll. Let them think they're being safe. Meanwhile, people like yours truly are playing the long game. So no, it's not without risk. We're talking about the stock market. There are no guarantees. You never risk what you can't afford to lose. But here's the kicker. If you really believe in the companies, the due diligence, if you've done your research, doubling down at the bottom isn't just smart. It's downright strategic. Strategery. All right? So the next time the market's melting down and everyone is acting like it's financial Armageddon, you got to ask yourself these things. Is this my moment? Is this the time to double down? Not just on the stock, but on my own conviction. Whether Ilus pivots or doesn't pivot, whether they're silent or they're not silent. Because let's be honest, while everyone else is freaking out, that's when the real money is being made. It's easy to buy the hype, but it takes balls of steel to double down when your favorite stock is beaten to high hell. I'm serious. With that being said, I will probably buy more this week because it's a high conviction play. It's beaten to high hell, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and that's just it. So, share your thoughts in the chat. I'm doubling down, and that's it. Who's with me? 43% of you think I'm crazy. I put out that poll. That's okay. You don't have to agree with me. Literally days away. Again. But is this it? As previously disclosed on each of July 19th, 2024, August 2nd, August 16th, the parties agreed to extend the non-solicitation and no-shop periods provided in the term sheet to additional periods, the last period being until August 30th, 2024. I'm fired up, especially after that interview with Chris, by the way. I'm fired up, but I'm fired up for Ilus too. I'm wired and fired up. So listen, here's the most recent update. On August 30th, 2024, the parties agreed to extend the non-solicitation and no-shop periods provided in the term sheet until October 1st, 2024, except that if certain conditions will not be met by September 15th, that's my birthday, by the way, so Ilus, please make it a good birthday for yours truly. The non-solicitation and no-shop periods shall terminate on September 15th, 2024. That is a pivotal date. Serious. In addition, the parties agreed that the targeted date for signing and closing of the transaction shall be October 1st, 2024. That is crucial, unless otherwise mutually terminated earlier by the parties. And then he put the disclaimer, there's no assurance that a definitive agreement will be entered into or that this proposal or the proposed transaction will be consummated. And this is exciting to me. This was on August 30th. This is when they added that other extension on. We have agreed to extend the targeted closing date. Although there is another extension, we are pleased to have reached the point of a firmly targeted date for completion. All parties are fully committed. Info formal update early next week. We never got it. I think they're waiting till this thing's done. They're probably being advised to wait till it's done. So I have a decision. I had a decision here as an investor. QIND, they uplist. ASNS. The others are going to follow. SAML. Ilus. So I ask myself this. With the due diligence, with covering these guys for 3 years, what do? Do I sit there with a 3-cent average? Or do I try to make that 1.5 cents? I tried to make it one. I did make it 1.5 cents. What am I going to do next? I'm going to try to bring that sucker right down to a penny because I am battling time here in my mind. This is a long-term investment. I'm doubling down on my conviction and my due diligence. I could be wrong, but I'll own it. I'll know it's my $70,000 down the tubes. But I like the risk to reward ratio here in my mind. I will put my money where my mouth is. I'm not going to buy it and then sell it and then do a video of how I'm going to sell it and then buy it and then sell it and then badmouth it. This has been a long investment for me. I said from the minute I started covering this, 3 to 5 years, we're in year 3. I will always be consistent. I'll always be honest. And I'll always put my money where my mouth is. I'll always do that. So this is the indicator that makes me very happy. Now, Fred Z is on point. And I want to give a shout out to Fred Z. Shout out to you. Seriously, bro. You're doing a great job. By the way, Gary Wright loves the Orioles in the background. I said I wanted to do something, a little bit different than the Flames. I go, we need some Oreo action going on here. So Fred Z is on point. Someone on the Discord pointed out some good things about QIND. Why would they issue an AK yesterday appointed Sanjeev Safir as a QIND managing director? Previously, he was El Shola El Modia AS. Remember ASSS. The El Shola deal acquisition is getting paid in national exchange listed stock or cash. But we know that they don't have the cash, so they will be paying in NASDAQ stock, ASNS. And thus, the ASNS merger must go through in order for El Shola the El Shola acquisition to be paid. So this 8K signals that the deal is agreed to. It's done. He's reading between the lines. Otherwise, why would this guy accept a role that wouldn't exist or be meaningless unless the deal is completed? Also, the payment of the stock is due the quarter after an uplist. So closing it on October 1st delays that first payment by 90 days. And, he posted that, but you got to double check. So I checked and boom, there it is. He was appointed that. And it did say the executive has received a sign-on bonus consisting of 1 million shares in the company upon entering the contract. So I think that we are literally on the cusp of this thing gets done. And let me tell you, if this thing gets done, they're all going to follow. That's my opinion. This is not financial advice. I make sure I put that disclaimer up there, but I'm getting fired up and I'm ready to go. We're ready for a win. And I'm ready just to keep on investing. Yeah. Teddy, I'm almost at a penny. I'm in from the beginning. Right on, bro. Fred Z has been a huge defender, but with evidence to support of QIND. So here's another one. Can you show where you haven't covered? I just haven't covered him yet. I might, ASNS was between 90 and 40 cents. QIND saved ASNS. So am I doubling down? Damn right I'm doubling down. I believe in my conviction. I believe in my due diligence, and it's my decision. And that's it. And I own it. And I'll always own it, and I'll always be honest. You rock, John. You rock. You know who rocks? That's right. Oh, man, I just can't. Yeah, I Nick Cage memes. Tag me on the X, on the old Twitter. I want you guys to tag me tonight with some Nicolas Cage memes.